Welcome back. On this day, 21 years ago, police would discover a body of a Central Texas mother laying in Salado Creek. Her murder has become a cold case, but one detective says there's still hope to hold her killer accountable. 6 News anchor Bailey Bates shares the story of Mary Jane Lara. It's a scene of new growth, East Amity Road at Salado Creek.
You have new put right over the top of old, and that's sometimes what happens in these cold cases. You know, Mary's been looking for justice for a while.
It's also where Detective Corey Powell's investigation began and where he hopes it will end.
He or she may have thought they've got away with this, but it's not done.
March 22nd, 2003. It was a gloomy day that turned even darker.
A citizen was passing over the bridge. He noticed Mary in the creek.
43-year-old Mary Jane Lara was floating in the water.
She would have been right here near where this pillar's at now.
She had a single gunshot wound to the head.
To be shot is one thing, but what I will say is that she was executed.
But who pulled the trigger and how did she end up in the creek?
That's an unknown. My gut is that she was taken there, you know, shot there.
A death that still haunts her family.
Would like them to feel what I feel sitting here talking to y'all.
We don't even rest in peace not knowing, you know, who did this to her and what happened to her.
Julia Gerardo and Daniel Lara remembered their sister as a dedicated mom.
That is Mary Jane. That's Misty, Don, Laura. This one here, Joanne. Mary just adored them.
Who never met a stranger.
She'd give her shirt off her back for anybody.
Known for her small frame and her nickname to go with it.
Everybody knew her by Pee-wee. That's one name that nobody could ever take away from her.
But someone took so much more.
When you become the victim of murder, somebody has taken your ability to be a better person. And they stole that from Mary.
She was one person that should have never been taken away from us.
Julia says one thing still haunts her. A phone call from Mary Jane just days before her death.
She told me, sis, if anything ever happened to me, underneath the bed there's a black safe. Maybe she had a gut feeling that something was wrong.
The safe was never found. Just one more question among so many. Powell is taking another look at the case, hoping fresh eyes can provide answers.
There was 2 specific things about her clothing that stood out to me, that it could be a factor in the murder.
The investigation leading to new locations, like the Blooms Motel off I-35, the last place she was seen alive.
So she's supposedly there with friends, and they say that she left before midnight to go get some items from the store, never returned.
Another big piece to the puzzle, Mary's car. It was found abandoned off FM 93, roughly 20 miles from her body.
Mary's here, Blooms is here, the car's here, so it's almost like a triangle.
Powell says investigators found evidence in the car that could be a key to closing her case.
One of them was a lighter, you know, so that lighter is covered in blood. So what is that about?
Perhaps the biggest clue came in just the last couple months.
We're looking at prints that were processed then that did not hit. They reran them and we got hits.
It's at least a little hope for Mary's family, including her one surviving daughter.
But I know she'll feel better when they find out.
We all will.
Yeah.
Let us have some kind of closure in this. And that's, you know, that's what I'm hoping for.
It's that hope Powell hangs on to as he searches for an end and justice for Mary Jane.
I know this had to have been weighing heavily on you, going on 20 years of this, and most likely we'll be seeing you soon.